Ellis, how's the health of the unit? CC going to be able to go?
We're going to have him, I think, kind of as a fallback. He has not gotten to practice any except what y'all, I don't know if y'all were here, but he got a little bit of 2-minute work there at the end, the non-contact all week. Really hadn't had many reps. But I think he may be available, but we'll just have to see. I certainly don't think we feel comfortable starting him right now.
So Marty would probably get the start?
Yeah.
And at safety, are you going with DJ and Akeem to start?
I don't know if the coaches call that shot. It's going to be almost a constant three-way rotation between DJ, Devontae, and Akeem. And we're probably going to roll it. I'm not sure who he feels most comfortable right now getting started with the game.
Coach, the Florida offense, is it more of a nitpicking passing game as opposed to the Ryan Mallett type? Well,
it's certainly not that's not the route concepts and all that are not as diverse as in Arkansas, because that's 70% of Arkansas's theory, and it's about 30% of Florida's. But anytime you got speed, and anytime you got a guy who can throw the ball, and anytime you got to spend as much time as we do on their option game, it can be effective, and it has been effective for them at times. So we've still had to be very concerned about it. Obviously, though, if you don't stop their run game with the counters and the options and so forth, it becomes a weak point.
Ellis, have you had to try to, teach the linebackers anything different to account for that running game this week?
No, it's just the thing about it. If you take a false step or you put your eyes on the wrong thing, they're just so fast. And you can put different kids in that Florida offense, and it kind of looks like another offense. But they're so fast and they execute so well. They're obviously well coached, and it's just the speed of it and the execution of it is just phenomenal.
I'm sure some of the guys are maybe apprehensive about how they're going to play, but can you also sense the excitement about going down to play for the East title?
Oh yeah, I think our guys, the thing about it is whether we can win the East or not, our guys, I think, understand. Each week we try to get to understand that we really haven't played well. We've had some problems with assignments, problems with this. We've got musical chairs now in our depth. And I think their focus is on playing as good as we can play. And I think they obviously want the fun and the rewards for all the hard work they've done, and I hope they get it. But the talk really hadn't been about what this is for. We've got to go down and win the ball game. And what that leads to is sort of the second thing.
How much attention do you have to pay to who's in at quarterback for them, or do you do pretty much the same thing?
There's only one combination of personnel that they do that Brantley's not out there. And so he's out there with 8, he's out there with 11. So you got 8, 11, and 12 out there sometime all together. You've got 12 with 8 sometime. There are some times where they completely take John off the field, and you can do a little bit different attitude, but you have to check it at the line of scrimmage, and you have to have a little bit of versatility. And that's the hard part. You can't go in there and play simple assignment because eventually they're going to scheme you up, have a blocking scheme or whatever for it. But if you try to get too complicated with the fast pace, the kids are going to make mistakes. And with their speed, that's where they get their big plays. I've been very pleased this week with how much our kids have handled. We'll go into it with a little capability to mix. And you'll have to check it at the line of scrimmage a lot.
Is there anything you can do to counteract your lack of depth in the secondary, or just is what it is?
No, hopefully we won't be on the field that long. We've got to get ourselves off the field. We've got to stay on the field offensively. We've got to do better with field position.
Do you sense the D-backs more hungry to prove themselves than kind of depressed about the way things have gone for them?
No, I think they're frustrated. Some of our brightest kids back there have made the worst mistakes. Some of our most aggressive kids have missed tackles, etc. I think they know they haven't played as well as they can, but I don't sense anything but frustration and a desire to get better. Fix what's wrong. Yeah, I mean they've come back with the right attitude. They see it on film. If it's not right, they understand. They come out and practice and try to fix it. It's just when you really get honest about it, though, the improvement has been kind of moderate, and we've just got to continue to get better.
What are your thoughts on Marquette been this week in practice? Marty Marquette.
He's done well. He had some really good coverages the other night in some tough situations, and that's his strength. Now he's going to get tested Saturday, coming up and trying to play the run and doing some other things in a physical running game. But he's had a pretty good week of practice. There's a learning curve because he hadn't had the number of reps that the other guys have had. I think he's probably ready to play. It'll just be a matter of his experience or lack of experience.